Shalom, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and may peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, get a couple of notes together, but yeah, we got another minor glitch in the matrix. All right, coming up against this truth. And the guy is an Israelite, you know. He's a so-called Negro. Now, if you been paying attention in the Israelite community, there's been a lot of guys bucking up against this what we pushing, what we teaching, which is the Bible. You know, we're teaching the scriptures and what they mean in truth. But you got guys such as Ricky Gantz. You got Sean, Steven Anderson, Tyler Baker, James White, and now you got a guy, matter of fact, let me get him. I don't know this guy's name. This guy, okay, supposed to be one of our people. He's telling us what I do with that section of my notes. Okay, anyway, just got to go on the speed. Yeah, let's click on this guy.
Yes, I am ready. Think. If I have my mind. But I don't have my mind. Which one? Now, okay. The title of this message is called Black History from the Bible. Warning to Hebrew
Israelites. What do you mean? What is black history, man? Black mean let's get what black mean, man. What do you mean black history, man? These guys have no understanding, man. We already on dictionary.com. Look up black. To the point. Gloomy, pessimistic, dismal, deliberately harmful, inexcusable, man. Threatening, ill, sullen. Okay? All those negative connotations with the word black. What are you talking about? Black history, man. Ain't no such thing. Yeah, there is a dismal history of the so-called white man, the Edomites. Their history is dismal. Come on, man. It's time off all that black stuff, man.
When the Lord gave me this message, to me it was not as important to me. So I really had to pray about it and ask God, do you really want me to speak on this? Because I'm comfortable. I know who I am because I've got my history from scripture and not from Egyptology books, although I have studied Egyptology. I have to get my history from men. I only know why.
If he got his history from, first of all, the Lord ain't gave him no message, man. Because if the Lord gave him a message, he would understand that through the Bible told him that he's a Hebrew Israelite. Okay?
What the Bible tells me about who I am as a black person.
You know what?
Okay?
You know why? Look, the Bible tells me who I am as a black person. If the Lord was dealing with him and he had any understanding, he would understand he was a Hebrew Israelite. And when you read the Bible and you read that begat, don't skip over that. That's a genealogy. Like, that's genealogy, man. That's how you trace your lineage. The Bible outlines lineage too, man. When you read all them names, suffer through that.
The history of this is incredible because God had to keep a promise to Abraham that he would have multiple seeds in the earth. Okay, that means all over the world there would be people of faith or by blood relatives that would be descendants of Abraham. Okay.
No, it ain't or. It ain't by faith or by blood. It's both, man. You gotta be, it ain't either or. You gotta have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and be of the blood and the seed of Abraham, man. What are you talking about? Abraham had many seeds, but the promise was to what? It was to one. Okay? Galatians 3, man. Start at 14. That the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Yahweh Shai Mashiach, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Now don't get all bugged out, all right, from the word Gentile, man. Because a Gentile in the Greek is Hellenist, man. Right here say ethnos, but the Gentile word, the word Hellenist, it means a Greek-speaking Jew, man. It says a tribe, nation, people group. Not all. And what tribe, nation, and people group is they talking about? They talking about the people group of the Israelites. It say a race as of the same habit. That is a tribe. But they went off when they said a foreign, non-Jewish. Okay. Because if you're an Israelite and you're not living and practicing the customs as an Israelite, then you become a Gentile. Okay, you looked at as a Gentile. All right. It says, "Brethren, I speak after the manner of men, though it be but a man's covenant. Yet if it be confirmed, no man disannul it or add it thereto." Yeah, you can't. You can't graft in heathen nations into this thing, man. Verse 16, this is the point. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He said, not into seeds, not plural, because Abraham had many kids. As of many, but as of one. And to thy seed, which is Mashiach. So what is that one? What was that one was Isaac. Okay. Oh, it's right here. There is neither Jew nor, you see, this is the verse people like to use. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female. For ye are all one in Mashiach Yahushai. Now let's click on Greek. Now it says Helen. Okay. See, they go off. The original definition of Helen is Greek speaking Jew. They keep, and see, because the so-called white man know this truth coming out, so he trying to change things, man. It says Jews, it say in a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews that made languages, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. No, Helen is someone that was a Jew that embraced the traditions of the Greeks, man. Let's see if we can get that in let's see if they got that on matter of fact, let me look it up. See if we can get that on Google. Helen. Search, man. Let's see what they say. Type in Greek-speaking Jew. It might give it to me then. Here it goes. Strong's, a Hellenist, a Grecian Jew, a Greek-speaking Jew. That is one who can speak Greek only and not Hebrew. Because you had a lot of people around that time when they became Hellenized, they was Israelites, you know, they was Jews, but they didn't practice, they didn't live life as a Jew, they didn't speak the language, man. That's why I say a Grecian Jew, a Greek-speaking Jew. That's what that scripture mean when it said Hellen. I mean, when that's the true definition, not this one. That's what it means. There is neither Jew nor Greek. All right, because you had the Israelites that knew they were Israelites and lived and practiced the customs, and you had some that didn't, but they still of the same seed. So salvation is open to them. Verse 29. And if ye be Mashiach, it says Christ, but in the that word Christ is Greek. In the Hebrew, it'll be Mashiach. It say, and if ye be Mashiachs, then are ye Abraham's seed. But it says, and heirs according to the promise. Heirs according to the promise. According to the promise, it was Abraham. Why do you think it's always Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? If it wouldn't, if it didn't end with Jacob, it just would have been Abraham. You wouldn't be hearing, you wouldn't hear Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You would just hear Abraham all the time, man. But it was it continued through Isaac, and it was finished with Jacob, man. It started with Abraham, continued with Isaac, finished with Jacob. That's why it's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, just saying Abraham, that's saying Isaac and Jacob is irrelevant, man. The promise is complete through the seed of Jacob. All right. Let's go back to this dummy, man. Let's look up, because you know what? This guy is a coon, man. That's what Esau do. Esau doesn't have enough spirit, you know, to just like fool us by himself like that, man. That's why he have to get our people. Okay? He got to get our people against us, man. Let's look up coon. Because this guy's a coon, man. They ain't got enough. A rustic or undignified person. See some synonyms for coon, man. They say a derogatory term for a black person. We'll just leave it at that. Undignified person, man. A contemptuous term used to refer to a black person. And why is it contemptuous, man? Because he undignified, man. Sellout, Uncle Tom. Those some synonyms. A yes, a boss. All right. Go back to this dude.
Before you talk about black history in the Bible, the first thing you have to clarify is that Jesus Christ, the gospel of Jesus Christ, is before Egypt.
That's true.
You guys not shocked? It's amazing that some people are not shocked. They think that all history began in Egypt.
Because
so Egyptology hasn't mentioned it, or there's one pastor, I'm not even mentioning his name, he went to Egypt and went on a tour and came back and took the crosses off his church and put an Egyptian on the church and told the church that Jesus Christ is not his real name. His real name is Horus.
Jesus Christ is not his real name.
And nobody left the church though. So all the people were sitting there, and as he dropped this new profound Latin knowledge, and they put a big ark on the front of the thing and put one under the church, and I said that is a symbol of the worship of Amun-Ra, some sexual demonic idol, right? And but since they saw that it was black, they were just so happy. What is wrong with us?
Just suffer a little bit more.
What is wrong with us is the fact that when you're displaced and you don't know who you are and you try to get your information from someone else, then you're going to end up with a mess. Okay?
That's true.
And it goes across culture because even though Satan tries to give black people a tradition, he's got a tradition and a lie for every culture. Okay? Because there was no...
Oh, Salakia. You know what, man? I'm just gonna get into it, man. I wanted to show that guy, and but I'll just I actually wrote down some things he said. Salakia, let me go and get it. This guy said when you, at the 5 minute and around 50-second mark, this guy said no nation has the truth on how to have a relationship with God, meaning, you know, God, he's with the Most High. Now that's blatantly against the scriptures. Okay, let's get that. We're gonna get a couple of them real quick. Let's see. Let's get Amos 3:1 real quick. It says, hear this word that Yahweh, it says Lord, but it's all caps, so it's Yahweh. All right. Yahweh is the name of the Most High, the Father. You know, the spirit that has no beginning and no end, the Ancient of Days. It says, has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So it said we the only family that the Lord known of all the earth. So the Israelites have a relationship with the Most High. What does the word known mean? To know, learn to know, to perceive, to find out, to distinguish, to know by experience, man. So when you got a relationship with somebody, in a relationship, you got experience with each other. Different things happen between you, man. Acknowledge, consider, to know, be acquainted with. That's a relationship, to be acquainted with, man. All right. Acquaintance. All right. Boom. And how did the Lord make him? How do we meet the Lord, man? How did he make himself known to us, man? Through his ways. You know, when you got a relationship with somebody, you know they likes, they dislikes. All right. You got to understand it on their mind. You know. I'll just start at verse 6. This Deuteronomy 4:6 is talking about the statutes. Matter of fact, I'll start at 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh, my power. It says God, but God just means power. God is not a name. Okay, God is just a title. It just means power. It says, even as Yahweh, my power commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Okay, so the Lord made his likes and dislikes known to us through these statutes, laws, and commandments, man. That's why it says, you only have I known, because he gave them to Israel. What do you mean? That was the scripture say, if they speak not according to this word, there's because no light in them. The Bible didn't say the Lord didn't know us, man, or that the Lord didn't know anybody. So nobody be sitting in there listening to that dude. Okay. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 4. It says, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God. It's the Most High. It says God, but it should be the Most High. For things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known to us. So that's plain, man. That cut what that dude said, man. At the 5 minute and 50-second mark, no nation has the truth on how to have a relationship with the Most High. But this scripture says Israel did. It was made known to Israel through the statutes, laws, and commandments, the prophecies, the judgments. Okay. What he said, at the 8:20 mark, he brought up hell. He said, if you ain't following what he's saying, then you're going to be doomed to hell. Now, you can research this yourself. Hell is a Catholic doctrine that was made up to scare people into paying tithes, man. I read it in a book, man. It was like a expose on the Catholics, man. It was when they started it, it got so deep because at first it was only extended to like it was like a rich people thing, But the church furthered it to the poor too. Like, wait a minute, we could get money from everybody with this. Then it got so bad where people was paying tithes for their dead relatives, for them not to be in hell. All right, so that's a scheme, man. It's a fear tactic, man. The Bible don't teach that. Let's get talking about some hell, man. Let's get Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was. The dust is what? Your body. Your body is made up of the minerals of the earth, man. Okay? And the spirit, your soul within you shall return unto the Most High who gave it. It didn't say if you was a good person, it was going to go here. If you was a bad person, you was going to go there. It said your body go back to the ground, it decays, it decomposes, maggots and worms, etc. But then your spirit go back to the Lord who gave it, man. That's what the scripture said. Job 3. Okay, start at 16. This is Job chapter 3, verse 16. Or as in hidden untimely birth, I had not been as infants which never saw light. So Job just basically like, man, I should have just died from the womb. All right. And there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. Okay. So he talking about his spirit going to a place where the wicked cease from troubling. Because if you were just a gangster, or a killer, or a robber, and you die, then you go to a place where you cease from doing that, and the weary be at rest. You know what I'm saying? You working tired, you know what I'm saying? Got feet hurt. You just weary all the time, worn out, drained out. You go there too, and you at rest. It say there the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Okay. It says, wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul. So it said the wicked, the weary, the prisoners, the small and the great, everyone goes there, man, when they die, man. The scripture said the spirit goes back to the Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. Okay. So you go, you all, no matter, no matter what you was doing in life, you go back, man. Now, talking about some hell. Let's go to Amos 9:2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So how can you dig into hell? Hell's supposed to be a dimension. Hell is not the core, the earth's core, man. In science, they teach you the core of the earth is just a ball of fire. All right. You can't, and as far as the core, all right, you got the crust. They got it set up where you got the crust, right? And that's what we live on. Now, after the crust, you got the upper mantle, you got the lower mantle, then you got the core. Now, we only can dig so far deep within the crust without passing into the mantle. So how you gonna dig into hell, man? You can't. What he talking about, the scripture says, though they dig into hell. So that's saying there's people digging into hell. So you can't dig. They not digging into the earth's core. They're not digging into they're not digging into another fiery dimension like this guy telling these people. They digging into the ground because hell means the grave, man. Hell means the grave or a condition, man. And people know that without subconsciously. That's why I'm going through hell. I'm in a bad condition, man. Well, you might say, man, it feel like heaven. You know what I'm saying? You in a good condition, man. But simply put, hell can mean subterranean retreat, man. Because that's what people doing, man. You know, bunkers, underground bunkers. So the elites that try to escape the coming destruction, they're gonna be snatched out of them underground bunkers, man. That's what that hell is. The grave. They digging into the earth to hide, man. Or though they climb up to heaven trying to go out of space, that's where he gonna bring them down from, man. I got what's this? Job, the 3rd chapter, 1 Samuel 28. Okay. I think I got some in let me see. 1 Samuel 28. Let's get that. 28th chapter. Okay, this is this is 1 Samuel 28. And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answered me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do. Okay, so look. They say, now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him, and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. So Samuel died. But the Lord wasn't dealing with Saul no more. When you read this account, I'm just going to run over it. He wasn't dealing with Saul no more. He wasn't answering him, his dreams. He wasn't answering him by prophets, nothing. So he went to go seek somebody that was familiar with spirits. Somebody that, do divination, a sorcerer, a witch, to bring up Samuel. That's why Samuel said, why have thou disquieted me? So he was at rest. He was in the spirit world at rest, which we read in Job, the 3rd chapter. You know what I'm saying? There the weary are at rest, the wicked cease from troubling. He was in the spirit, he was in the spiritual world. So she brought him back up, man. Okay. That was just an example I had. Talking about some hell, man. Let me see. Revelations 20 and 14. See, people don't read the Bible, man. So you gotta Man, somebody tell you something, man, you got to search it out, man. People will tell you anything. This is Revelation 20, verse 14. It says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. So if hell supposed to be a place of eternal torture and torment and fire, how can you destroy fire with fire, man? How you gonna stop fire with fire, man? Come on, man. How you gonna cast hell into the lake of fire? If hell's supposed to be a place of weeping and gnashing in teeth and eternal torment. No, but this scripture is saying that the condition of hell is going to be cast into the lake of fire, man. You know, when these prophecies come to pass, our people ain't going to be at the bottom no more, because we the one going through hell. We the one that ain't got no assurity of our life, man. Okay? Just to hit the point, you can't. The scripture said that hell was going to be cast into the lake of fire. All right? It makes no sense if hell is true. I mean, if hell is a place where you go to when you bad, or if you don't be good, the devil gonna get you. You know, all that little all those fairy tales that you told growing up, man. All right, let's see what else this guy said. Oh, and he said there's only one name, Jesus. Jesus is the name and all that. Well, first of all, Jesus is, in actuality, Jesus is not even it's not even real. Like the name Jesus, that's not even real, because in the 1611 Bible, there was no letter J. So if the letter didn't even exist until recently, then, you know, like, what is that? Because the Greeks, okay, look. In language, the letter J is only in the English language. Okay? And you got to understand, English comes from other languages. Like if in the Greek alphabet, there is no letter J. Like alpha, beta, gamma, all the way down to omega, there's nothing with the J sound in there. In Spanish, they say he. Aba, se, de, e, f, he. H, I, jota. Matter of fact, the J would be jota. Ain't no J. Ain't no J in the Spanish, man. Ain't no J in the Hebrew. And the Lord was Yahweh Shai was Hebrew, man. So ain't no J in Hebrew. Let's see, people, you gotta search stuff, man. Listen to this, the letter J. Look what it's going to say. It says, see, I ain't going to click on none of these, but it's, because it's plain. It said, I'm going to read some of the letter J wasn't invented until the 1500s, so there was no official Jesus, John, Jacob, Jonah, Joseph. No, those people existed, but they wasn't their names, man. Okay. I understand that the letter J is relatively new, perhaps 400 to 500 years old. People are making jokes, but in the 1600s, men actually went to their death for the sake of this letter. In the mid 1600s, the letter J wasn't invented until 1600. Okay, so there you have it, man. Wasn't the Son of the Most High, wasn't he walking on earth before the 1600s, man? So what was his name when he was walking on earth, man? Everybody's saying Jesus. You got white people worshiping Jesus, Chinese people, so-called white people and so-called Chinese people worshiping Jesus. But what the scripture say? The scripture said there's only one name under heaven whereby we can be saved, and that we is the Israelites. So why is everybody calling on Jesus? When you read in the Bible, the accounts of the other nations coming across our power, they were saying the power of Israel will destroy us. They were scared of the power of Israel. They wasn't, like entreating the power of Israel, praying to him. They were scared of him because they knew he wasn't their power, man. Malachi 1:14, man. But cursed be the deceiver which hath like a male and voweth and sacrificeth unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai a corrupt thing. For I am a great king. The Most High is a great king, man, said Yahweh of hosts. And my name is dreadful among the heathen. Who are the heathen? The other nations, man. The nation people, usually of non-Hebrew people, of descendants of Abraham, of Israel. So anybody outside of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. You a heathen, man. And the Lord's name, the Most High's name, and through his son is dreadful, man, to you. Fear, revered, afraid. To be fearful, dreadful, to cause astonishment, awe, to make afraid, man. So you're not going to be calling on, you're not supposed to be calling on our power, man. It's fearful to you. And Jesus ain't fearful to nobody. Because when you hear the name Jesus, you think of a soft-spoken, so-called white man. And that's not how the Bible described the Son of the Most High, man, Yahweh Shai. He wasn't no soft-spoken, so-called white man. He was the exact opposite of that. Okay, he was literally the exact opposite of that. Revelation 1:13 through 15. His voice was the sound of many waters. That's not soft-spoken. His hands and his hair were white like wool. Okay, his feet was as bronze as if it burned in a furnace. That is the exact opposite of the depiction of Jesus, man. So the Bible don't corroborate what we think and feel about Jesus, man, so-called Jesus, man. Well, I'm gonna have to cut this short. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ratazah, I'll be able to get back to it. But until then, I hope this lesson was edifying. I say Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Barakathum to the sincere Akim out there. Shalom.